All right, welcome back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the second tall purple skinny popsicle. So basically you're going to just follow all the steps you did for the first one. You can experiment with proportions. So how we're going to start this off is I'm just going to draw a tall skinny popsicle, and I want it to kind of line up with the other popsicles, so my smart guides kind of tell me where to stop. And then for this one, I'm going to take my direct selection tool and select the topmost bullseyes by holding shift, and I'm going to curve them dramatically. And then the bottom ones, I'm going to select the bullseyes by holding shift. And I'm going to wait for that symbol to appear, and I'm just going to slightly do the bottom ones. So pretty much after that, I'm going to color mine in purple. It doesn't matter what kind of purple, I'm just going to select more of a magenta purple. And I'm going to start adding in my arc. So I'm going to left click on my line segment tool, choose the arc tool. And again, how this works is if I hold shift and I drag up, I'm going to get a nice arc. I'm going to change my stroke here to be the same as my last one, so 4-point stroke, and I'm going to change it to white. And then if I click the stroke panel, I'm going to round the caps. So I'm going to take the selection tool and kind of click out so you guys can see that. So now I have the highlight on my popsicle. The next thing that you guys are going to start doing is you're going to just move this stick over here, but we want to make a copy of that. So I have to click the stick, and I also have to hold shift and click that shadow we made earlier. And in order to duplicate something, if I hold Alt on the keyboard and just drag it along until my smart guide pops up telling me I'm directly in the middle and below my popsicle, I'm going to let go, and there's a duplicate of my popsicle stick. Now we're ready to add texture to our popsicle. So you're going to have to find the watercolor circles, and I choose the PNGs. For this one, I chose number 1, but you can experiment and try different ones to see what ones you like. There are a lot of different varieties out there. So I'm going to right click, open with Illustrator, and I'm going to copy, so Control A, Control C, and Control V on my screen. You might have to zoom out using Control plus and minus, and hold shift to adjust to the size of your popsicle. And you want it to be able to cover the whole popsicle, so you might have to adjust the size. That looks about right. Okay. So now that I have everything in place, I'm going to make sure I'm on the selection tool. Select that purple popsicle. I'm going to hit Control C, Control F to paste in the front, and I'm going to move my watercolor over my popsicle. And if yours isn't showing up, like if your purple popsicle isn't showing up, you missed a step. So I have to make sure that when I'm on the popsicle, I right click and I go to Arrange, Bring to Front. So now I'm good to go. So when I put my watercolor over, it's now like that sandwich again. So in order to make a clipping mask, I'm going to make sure my watercolor is selected. I'm going to hold shift and click the popsicle stick, and I'm going to right click, make clipping mask. So now it looks really cool. And the next step I'm going to do so that I can get my highlight back and so it can look a little more natural, I'm going to make sure my transparency window is up, and I'm going to kind of experiment and see what looks best. So the last time we tried overlay, So if you like overlay, you can do that. But I really want you to try to explore these different options to see what's good looking to you. So I'm going to choose screen for this one. So you'll notice when you change your blending mode, you'll see your highlight pop up. And that's pretty much it for the second popsicle.